Learn Chinese culture and cultures with me. One culture every day.
The origin of the universe. People have long believed that the sun rising above the horizon is represented by the character Dan. In reality, it's not that simple. In the eyes of the ancients, before heaven and earth separated, the universe resembled a giant egg. One day, the egg exploded. The lighter egg white remained within the cell and became the sky, while the heavier yolk flowed downward and formed the earth. People used the character Yat to represent the sky and the character Guok to represent the earth. Thus, the oracle bone script character Dan was created to signify the separation of heaven and earth. The bronze script is particularly vivid, resembling an egg cracking open, with the egg white and yolk flowing out. In seal script, the line Yet represents the earth covered with yolk, while the character Yet symbolizes the sky suspended in the air. In regular script, it evolved into the character Dan. Later, people created the myth of Pangu separating heaven and earth. Legend has it that after Pangu cleaved the heavens and the earth asunder with his mighty axe, he stood between them, his head propping up the sky and his feet firmly planted on the ground, to prevent the two from merging once more. Ultimately, he succumbed to exhaustion and collapsed. Consequently, people drew a square or a line above the giant's head to symbolize the heaven, corresponding to the earth below. After Pangu fell, his breath ascended to the heavens and transformed into clouds, and as the clouds moved, they became the wind. His eyes transformed into the sun and the moon, with their opening heralding the day and their closing bringing forth the night. His skin transformed into the vast earth, his blood into the flowing rivers, his hair into the lush vegetation, and his sweat into the gentle rain and dew. It seemed as though all elements of the world were now in place, yet there was a conspicuous absence, the absence of humankind. The ancients seem to have recognized this oversight and thus created the ancient character Dan, as a complement to signify the beginning of human existence. The imagery suggests that just as an egg cracks open, the lighter elements rise to form the air, while the heavier parts settle to create the earth. The earth then incubates the heart, which symbolizes life, the essence of humanity. As for the precise origin of humankind, it remained an enigma that eluded explanation, prompting the creation of the character Dan. In the tale of Nuwa creates humans, it is said that Nuwa fashioned a woman and then a man from clay, each in her own likeness. With both man and woman in existence, humanity began to multiply and flourish. Coincidentally, the Western myth in the book of Genesis recounts a similar narrative. God formed the man, Adam, from the dust of the ground, and then took a rib from Adam's side to create the woman, Eve. Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit, and mankind was able to multiply from then on. Both stories suggest that humanity originated from a single individual, which aligns with the original intent behind the creation of the character Dan. The combination of Yan and Dan forms the character Dan. It signifies that humans came into existence into the birth of the universe. It also implies that humans emerged from an egg-like substance that underwent an explosion, accompanied by the primordial chaos and the initial separation of heaven and earth. Since the precursor to humans was merely an egg, the character Dan has thus extended its meaning to only or merely, as in the phrase if only it were so. So how did the egg incubate into a human? It turns out that all life on Earth originated from a single cell. This single cell underwent continuous division and combined in different sequences, eventually forming various life forms. The ancients simply likened the single cell to a bird's egg. This is the very principle that Laozi spoke of in the Tao Te Ching when he said, 1 begot 2, 2 begot 3, and 3 begot the 10,000 things. It is precisely the emergence of humans that marked a significant turning point for the world, transitioning from chaos to civilization. Therefore, but as a conjunction, it indicates a turn, such as although but. Since the ancient Chinese were the first to unravel the secrets of the universe's origin, they naturally believed that the first sun after the birth of the universe rose in China. Hence, the character Dan carries the meaning of daybreak and dawn, broadly referring to the morning, such as all night long. The rising of the sun heralds the commencement of a new day. However, it further extends to signify a day, a date, or a particular day, such as in the terms once and New Year's Day. It is intriguing to note that even the ancient Indians shared this belief. Thus, they referred to China as the 真丹国.